Hi Taurus, welcome. This is an overview of the July Astrology 2023. So I'm not going to read through all of the details on the screen here. This is just more for your information, looking at what's happening during the month. So obviously if you want to refer back to this at any point during the month, then you can. However, there's just a couple of bits that I'd really like to highlight, which I think are going to be quite impactful, which is there's quite a bit happening around the 17th. So we have a new moon in Cancer, and then the nodes are changing signs into Aries and Libra. And then on the 23rd, quite a bit happening. Sun in Leo, Mercury in Virgo. Sun in Leo, Venus retrograde in Leo, Chiron also retrograde in Aries. And then also on the 23rd, Pluto is squaring the North and South node. So I'm going to move on and have a look. So the chart on the screen is for the 1st of July. And so this is for the 17th into the 18th. So just had the new moon and the nodes have just changed. North node now in your 12th house, Aries, and 6th house. South node, Libra. So what does this mean for you? This is a time where it's over 18 months. So it's once every 18 months the nodes change signs. So this might not be something that you feel straight away. But then again, you might have felt there's something in the air, there's something changing. Where the North Node is in our natal charts is where we're being asked to go towards that direction and the energies and essences of the chart house it sits in. And when we have the nodes changing every 18 months, this is more a collective energy. So we are all very influenced by this transit. The 12th house, this is a very interesting transit for the North Node, because this really points to spiritual growth, development. It's sometimes known as the hidden place, where things aren't obvious to us. And it's about the connection to other worlds, such as the connection with your higher self. So perhaps it's learning through this next year and a half, going on a bit more of a spiritual journey. Perhaps you already are, and this is something which is going to take it to a different phase, learning different things, or perhaps utilising what you have learned and being able to share that with others. This could also say that you may need to sort of master the art of being more assertive and taking charge of your own spiritual journey. As with any change and transformation and the evolutions we go through in our lifetime, sometimes we can get all the advice that we need or want, but ultimately it's down to each and every one of us to be able to go and focus on those things. So on the flip side, Libra in the 6th house, this is all around work. It's your day-to-day routines. It's kind of that humdrum of doing the kind of household chores and admin, that kind of thing. Your daily tasks. So it may mean that you have a fair few responsibilities that take up a good amount of your time, and therefore are taking you away from your spiritual growth, being able to focus, have that time, space, peace and calm, to be able to sort of focus on it. But this is asking you to really look at your routines, to see what can be revised, improved upon. What can you change for the better? What can you automate? We're coming into Pluto and Aquarius. This is a very new world of technology we're going to be seeing in the next sort of era, if you like. So this is the precursor, this AI kind of stuff. So can you use it? Can you leverage that in your home or work? What else? So with the North Node, it's often that place that we're not interested in going. We think, no, that's really, I don't see any point to that, or doesn't interest me. And that's where our biggest growth and evolution comes from, is to explore that we don't really understand. If something doesn't interest you, it's like, have you understood it fully first before making a decision, or have you just kind of inherited some preconceived ideas or beliefs? So going in the direction of the North Node can be something based in fear or not understanding properly. And however, with the 6th house, the pull from the South Node, it's almost like that gravity, it's naturally going to filter towards the 6th house, because it's almost like this is comfortable, we know where this is, you can kind of get lost in routines and chores and lose yourself a little bit. And I feel this will be very beneficial to your work. I honestly do feel that looking into kind of spiritual alternative things, I think this is the key word, is alternative. If you're a bit hesitant about the word spiritual, maybe traditional, things that are long-standing, things that have been around for thousands and thousands of years. And so the other thing I wanted to talk about with regards to the nodes, so let's get a bit of a visual. So the 12th house, is that in the right place? No. So we're talking about the 12th and the 6th house here for you. So 23rd, Pluto, which is up here in your 9th house, is squaring the nodes. So as you can see, all 3 of these points are at 29 degrees. This is the most challenging degree of all of the signs, because it's that culmination, completion point. The one thing that I can liken it to is when you're installing or downloading something, when it gets to 99%, you think, oh, brilliant, and then it will stay on 99% for another half an hour. That's the only way I can really describe a planet or a point at 29 degrees. It's challenging. It's just, that final hurdle before all the lessons of that house or sign are complete. And Pluto's a very fateful planet. It's very powerful, it shakes things up, it can be quite unexpected, but also it can take a long time. It can sort of trigger something off, and then it's a bit of a slow burn sort of thing. But this will definitely trigger something for you with regards to the spiritual growth and your daily habits and routines, because the 9th house is all about beliefs. So this is a time that your beliefs could well be challenged around these areas. So not only that, so we've got the 23rd, we have Venus is retrograde in Leo. And we also have Chiron retrograde the same day in Aries again for you. So your 12th house is very highlighted here. And these are going to be making aspects to one another over the next few months. And Venus is retrograde from the 23rd to around the 3rd or 4th of September. So it's not going to be, so the 4th house here for you, let's speak about that. That's all about your home, your foundation, your immediate family, the people that you live with. So Venus here is actually supportive in going through this house, obviously retrograde, but then essentially, the way I like to think of it, it's obviously Venus moves forward, then retrograde, then moves forward again. So whatever's been taken away in that period of retrograde, when Venus comes back, it's almost like it heals whatever has needed to transform or change in that life area. Yeah, so for you, it's, I'll say, the 12th and the 4th house. So Venus will soon make a trine to Chiron, and they will do so another couple of times. And it's interesting to note that this will be at 19 degrees. And this is going to be happening as well on the eclipse. So the Aries eclipse in April 2024 will be exactly conjunct Chiron at 19 degrees. So this is an extremely important part of your chart here in this 12th house. So I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to cover. I'll have a look at a couple of cards here for you and just see if there's any other messages. Messages for Taurus during July and the nodes. 4 of Wands and Ace of Cups. So I feel as though it's interesting because if I can get these actually in view, that would probably be ideal. The 4 of Wands is the foundation, it's the home, the honeymoon card. It's the place where you feel most comfortable and content. And the Ace of Cups here is the highest love. So I feel as though if this may seem daunting to you or something that not particularly sparking your interest, I feel as though it is going to literally open doors for you. And maybe that door is to another world. Hopefully it does lead to more love in your life and more self-love and love for others. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. Hope you've enjoyed this little random astrology reading and hope you have a wonderful July. Talk with you soon. Take care.